Hey, healer! Erin Heberger here for day 13 of Posting for Profits, streaming in all the places. And I want to start by giving a huge shout out to Marina, because how good has this training been? All right, let's get this party started. So like I said, I am just so honored to get to be Marina tonight. I know. And like, if you know me, I'll introduce myself in a second in case you don't know me, but like content is my jam. So this entire Posting for Profit is like my love language. So when she asked me to come on tonight, I was like, hello, yeah, I'm all over it. All right, so, and so much value here. If you don't know me, my name is Erin Heberger. I am a wife. I am a double toddler mom. I've got a 2 and a 4-year-old. Yeah, life's really boring around here. Anywho, I was a 6th grade teacher up until I just made my second maternity leave permanent, and now I am a full-time work-at-home mama. I am content coach for network marketing on demand, running my online business. Okay, enough about me. Let's talk about tonight. Who would like a sneak peek of exactly what goes down during our Tuesday morning content strategy sessions? Maybe you've seen me like share in my stories some things. Make sure you have a pen and paper. Super important today. You for sure need like a full piece of paper and a pen to write stuff down. So I've got my notes here because I don't want to forget anything. All right, so you're getting the sneak peek. So Marina has already shown you how to like revolutionize what you're sharing on social, right? Like spammy Tammy be gone. No spammy Tammying up in here because Marina has already delivered so many goods. All right, so she's already shown you all the things. And just as a reminder, not all the things because we're only halfway through, but she's shown you how to definitely revolutionize your social media. As a reminder, your job on social media is to make connections, right? You basically want to make connections, be a professional problem solver, and create empathy with your audience. Create those relatable Me Too moments with your audience. So basically, as Marina, I love this, by the way, you are here to help your audience laugh, love, learn, and lead. Like, I just love that. I love all the L's, the alliteration. I was a math teacher, but I taught ELA for several years too. Taught English for several years. So it's important to be relatable to your audience, because when you're relatable and you're giving people value and you're solving all their life problems, right, with this value, and then they see you talking in your stories or putting up a curiosity post, like Marina taught you to create curiosity, they're going to be like, oh, Ella's giving me all this free value. I wonder what it is she's offering here. It's got to be amazing because I've already gotten all this free value from her. I can totally relate to her. If something's helping her, I bet it's going to help me. Oh my gosh, yes, that makes perfect sense. So, like I said, tonight, you are going to get a chance to pretend that you are already in network marketing on demand. Like, summon your inner self that you are already in network marketing on demand, because that's what you are going to have tonight. So what I do every Tuesday morning, super fun, is I start with what I like to call a mini lesson. Once a teacher, always a teacher. So we talk about like what's hot right now, what's really popping off in terms of all the social media. I share ChatGPT prompts to like help them. I'm not getting into ChatGPT tonight because we don't have time for that. But all I have to say is, please, if you're using ChatGPT, which you should, I love ChatGPT, but please don't sound like you're a talking robot. I keep seeing it all over the social. I love my robot. P.S. I would never speak ill of my ChatGPT, but we don't want to sound like a robot. And I can't stand when I see the posts that you can spot them a mile away when they are like totally AI'd up and you're like, you did not write that. So I do give ChatGPT prompts, but I also teach very specifically in there how to use ChatGPT so that you don't sound like a robot and you sound like you, because you're not going to build a connection with somebody sounding like a robot. Okay, I'm off my soapbox now. Anyway, so then we plan. So I teach a little teach and then we plan together. So literally like we're planning our content together. People can bounce ideas off me. Planning ahead is so important. That's why we do this together. They can bounce ideas off me. They can ask for help. Like, oh, I want to do a post about this, but I don't really know how. Okay, so we're going to like reenact this right now. Are you ready? Because I'm getting back on my soapbox for one hot second. Planning ahead when it comes to your content is so important. Number one, it makes your content so much better, because I don't know about you, but if I know that I need to post something and I don't have it planned ahead of time and I'm trying to rack my brain to post, it's not going to be a pretty post. So you're doing yourself a disservice, because A, you're not going to have as high quality posts if you're just winging it all the time. And B, it's going to take you a million times longer. You should be spending your time on doing other things. Yeah, we've all been there. Totally get it. This is a judgment-free zone. So first, I'm going to share some of my favorite time-saving hacks. So write these down, and then you're actually going to start planning your content for the week. Marina said you're going to get 10 straight minutes, you're going to plan out that content. Like, this is what's going to happen. So number one, every single post that you create needs to be written to your target audience. And it needs to be written to one person. That's so important. You're not talking to the masses. If you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. And you need to be speaking to your specific target audience. So when I'm posting, even if it's like some sort of a product post, I'm posting to moms of young, crazy humans. Young humans, because that's my target audience. So everything I post is to that specific person. Does that make sense? So everything that you post is going to be to your specific target audience. All right, number two, this is an action you're going to take. Not right this second, but write this down. If you haven't already, you need to create an album on your phone called 2024 Weekly Content. In that photo album on your phone is where you're going to put all of the images that you're going to use for your weekly content. So whether it's something you create in Canva, which I'll get to in a minute, like an image, you save it to your phone, save it to that folder. Or if it's a photo, it's going to go and be posted, then it's going to be saved in that folder. So everything goes in that folder. So when it is time to post, you are going to have it right at your fingertips. Okay, that's our whole point, is we're streamlining the process. Then the second thing you're going to do, so you've got an album on your phone called 2024 Weekly Content. You're also going to have either a note, like in the Notes app on your phone, or a Google Doc, whichever you prefer. It's also going to be called 2024 Weekly Content. That's where you're going to put your captions. Yes, people, you are even writing your captions ahead of time. I said it. So you'll have your caption on that doc or in your notes, whatever works for you. I'm an Apple girl, so like all my things stream together. So I sometimes use my notes, sometimes use the Google Doc, but they all go to both my phone and my computer. So it just depends on what works for you. So you're going to create those captions ahead of time. So like, imagine this. It's time for you to do your daily post, and all you have to do is grab your caption and grab your image and post. How much time is that going to save you every single day? One more. Oh, this is a great hack. I love this. Do you ever see a post on Facebook or Instagram? Usually this happens to me more on Instagram, but sometimes on Facebook. And you're like, oh, I love that. I'm like so inspired. I want to recreate that, right? Make it your own. Say recreate if that happens, like you get inspired. And then you go to create your content and you're like, what was that post I wanted to recreate? Yeah. Hashtag guilty. No longer. You're also going to create a collection on Facebook and a collection on Instagram. If you don't know how to do this, GTS, Google that ish. And when you see one of those posts, you're going to save it to that collection on Instagram or Facebook. So then when you're ready to post and you're creating your content, you're like, what was that post I want to recreate? It's right in that collection. Boom. I know. Again, you're welcome. So those are your tips. Are you ready to create your content? And we're gonna have 10 minutes to do this. So on your piece of paper, you're gonna write out the days of the week, but leave some space in between. And you can figure out what works for you. Like if using a planner works. Today, we're just using a piece of paper, it's fine. Just put the days of the week, and I want you to start with Tuesday. And then do the days of the week, leaving a little space, okay? So what you're going to do is you are going to use the list of the post ideas Marina gave you from day 4, and you're going to first pick a different type of post for each day for the week. We're just aiming right now for 1 post a day. That's all we're doing. If you're like, I do more than that, you can do that later. But for this purposes, you only have 10 minutes. We're going to aim for 1 post a day. You're going to write down the type of post you want it to be. So like, is it an engagement post? Is it a tutorial? Is it a behind the scenes, like the B-roll? Is it a social shout out? Is it a meme? Is it a quote? Don't worry. I'm going to re-say these. I'm going to hopefully share them. So you're going to do that first, and don't overthink it. Just pick a different type of post for each day of the week for now, especially if you're new to this. Just pick one. Don't overthink this. Then after you do that very quickly, then you're going to start thinking like, okay, what do I want to post about? And you're going to think about the ideas for your target audience to go with each post. Now, some of them, like a meme, you're going to have to go find it. We don't have time for that now. You're going to do that later. I'll explain. But if it's like you're teaching something or a tutorial, think about what could you do a tutorial on? Just write the idea. That's all we're doing right now. Because what you're going to do next when we're all done is you're going to block off a time in your calendar tomorrow to finish this. You're definitely going to have homework. And then this is what you're going to do every single week. So again, you're going to write the days of the week down. You're going to write down 1 type of post, 1 per day. And then next to it, you're going to write, okay, well, what could I post? What could I do a tutorial about? What do I want to look for a meme about? This is just like brain dumping for your week. So things to choose from. You have engagement posts, how-to tutorials. You're giving all the value, teaching them how to do something. Does not need to be product related. Okay, tutorials are fun, even if they're not product related. And I mix it up. Sometimes I do product related tutorials. Sometimes, like I did one on doing my hair, something other than a mom bun or something like that I did one time, and it blew up. Behind the scenes is like showing what you have going on, like literally behind the scenes. So sometimes it's called B-roll. And it could be even something like I took a video today. It's like a quick 7-second clip. Like I took a video of my kids playing, and it was literally 5 minutes before nap time when they were finally playing nicely after they'd been like fighting all morning long. I'm like, are mine the only kids that finally play nice 5 minutes before we have something else to do? So literally just like it was them playing. Social shout outs. And if you don't know what any of these are, go back and watch day 4, PS. But sharing statistics, sharing quotes, sharing personal posts like your family, things you like to do, your pets, trends and updates going on with your niche, right? Everything around that: love, laugh, learn, and lead. And then just one of them for product or business, or something. You could do a 1 product and 1 business, but 1 to 2 max product or business where you have that direct call to action. So I like to do them like on Thursdays because people, they get paid on Friday. So I like to do them on Fridays. I don't like to post anything on the weekend for the most part that I like really care about someone seeing, if that makes sense. Like on the weekend, I usually just do like personal posts or what we have going on family wise. But other than that, I'd say like any weeknight is fine. I have heard some people say they like to do business posts on Sunday nights because people don't want to go back to work on Monday. It's like a psychology thing. But I say test and tweak, like everything, test and tweak, like see what works for you. And if you're like, oh, that was kind of a dud, a couple weeks in a row or something, try a different day. If you finish this, you can take it further and start like creating them. But 10 minutes is probably good for the brain dump. If you guys like get this done quick, feel free to like take it to the next step. Oh, I forgot to mention this hack of mine. I like to write in erasable gel pen. I love my erasable gel pens, or I do mine electronically, but it's not set in stone. Like almost every single week, something pops up during the week that I'm like, oh, I need to post this. And so I tweak. Like that's fine, but at least you have a basis, and then something might bump to next week or whatnot. And I promise, the more you do this, the more you get used to planning your content ahead of time here, but the simpler it is and the quicker you are at it. I always make, like when new people join Network Marketing on Demand and they come to my first session and they're like, wait, what? I always make the veteran Network Marketing on Demanders be like, I promise it gets easier, because it really does. The more you do it, the simpler it is and the quicker it is, and the more your brain works like a content creator. All right, are you ready for your homework? I told you, once a teacher, always a teacher. What you need to do now is block off some time tomorrow or tonight. Even better is if you can keep going right now, that's like bonus. But either tonight or tomorrow, I want you to block off some time to first finish this process. That's the steps that you do this in. So first finish this process, and then you've got to create the content to go along with it. So whether it's like find the picture in your phone or take a picture or find an image or make an image on Canva, and then type out those captions and remember to save them in those folders or albums that you're creating. And then boom, you are going to have your content plan for the week. I'm so excited. If you're like, this is awesome, but I need more guidance, get your booty in Network Marketing on Demand. Just take this off your plate. That's all I'm going to say. Thanks so much for being on with me. Have a great rest of your night and happy planning. Bye.